Hey, my name is David Gugino, and today's book review, I've got a pretty good book for you. I mean, most of them I would say are pretty good, but let me start the timer. The book I have for you today is The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But, so a little bit about Hal Elrod. He has a business story where he started a business, then it went downhill because the economy crashed, and it came uphill. When the economy crashed, he was $425,000 in debt when he was trying to build his coaching business of self-betterment. And he has this book called The Miracle Morning, which he wrote, which is now has been sold in 75 different countries, is now in 27 different languages. And I believe, if I have here, I believe if it is right here, it's been in 27 different languages and more than 70 countries, and he has over 105,000 members on his online communities. And the book sales, let me see if I can have that here. Let me see here. Does it say it on the front? Well, wow, I guess it does not say that. But I'm going to take a guess he's got a lot of copies sold. I'm just going to take a guess on that. But other than that, this is a very good book, and I like it a lot. Wow, this is a rough start. I like this book a lot, but before we dive into the book, The Miracle Morning, something that I thought about before I got this book is, what do you do every morning before you start your day? Now, if your day starts at 4 in the morning, you go to sleep as early as you can, and you get up and you go to work. That is how your morning should go. Now, if you get up at, let's say, because he says before 8 a.m., your day starts at 9, and let's say work's an hour away, it might have to be before 7, but if it's like 20 minutes away, his whole routine is not like what you see on YouTube, dumping your face in the fruity ice water, the doing a bunch of push-ups in the morning, the running, and which personally I don't believe is real, but the guys who say you have to start at 3 in the morning or they start at 1 in the morning, I mean, for one, I don't think that's true, because I think it was I mentioned this a few other times in my channel, but it was someone mentioned that, I think it was a neurophysicist, like he worked on a nuclear, like a nuclear scientist, I think is what it was, and he was working on a bomb. And his workday started at 4 in the morning, as in he had to be in his office at 4 in the morning. He goes, I don't care who you are, when you're sitting at a desk, no matter how much coffee you drink or energy you drink, you are going to be tired. And if you really think about it, you're sitting at a desk. When you're at a factory constantly moving, you're going to wake up a little bit and hopefully stay awake throughout the day. But before 8 a.m., if you really think about that, this routine that he has is fairly simple. Now, I'll go through a few parts of it, but it's not like that. It's more of like how to reflect on how far you've gone in life and how to get certain things that build your character done in a mental way, I guess you could say, to start your day. Because I do believe this as well. He says it in this book, how you start your day, how your day is going to go is going to be how you start your morning. Because honestly, after that long night of sleep, if you sleep a lot, after that night of sleep, you're going to wake up either with energy or you're going to wake up tired. And waking up tired, I mean, that happens. That is part of life. You will wake up tired, but are you tired to, like, read a few pages in a book? Tired to get some cleaning done? Tired to watch something that's going to educate you or learn about your job? So we're going to dive into this book now called The Miracle Morning. Now let's see. A lot of the stuff I've read has been at the beginning of the book, but right here he has a paragraph on something called On the Forward. And he has a little paragraph that I'm going to read to you, so think about this for a second. Just think about it. No matter what your life is like right now, whether you are currently experiencing extraordinary levels of success, enduring the most challenging time in your life, or somewhat in between, there's at least one thing we have in common. Probably a lot more than just one, but at least one that we know for sure. We want to improve our lives and ourselves. This is not to suggest that there's anything wrong with us or our lives, but as human beings, we were born with the innate desire and drive to continuously grow and improve. I believe it's within all of us, yet most of us wake up each day and life pretty much stays the same. Now think about that. We all want to improve our lives and ourselves. There might not be anything wrong with us but our lives, but as human beings we were born with the innate desire and drive to continuously grow and improve. And when I read that, if you really think about it, that's what life is, continuously growing, because you're not going to be perfect. I mean, my last job I worked, I have a new job now, which is going to make filming these a little different. But the last job that I worked, out of the dumb things that some of my coworkers said, he said one thing that got to me, he goes, just work on being a better employee every day. Now he said that, however, he still complained about me for certain things, but that's not important. The important thing was when he said become a better employee every day, honestly, even if the complaining still continued, just work on fixing the things he's complaining, and it might happen, but if you continue to improve yourself at your job and wherever you go, and then when I say improve, I mean, some people think that being friendly is dumb. When in reality, when you say hi to someone or you smile at someone, you make their day right then and there. And you're putting in, not really putting in work, but putting in work, well, I guess you're putting in work, but putting in work on your personality and caring about people a little bit. Because it amazes me how much energy it takes to care about people. But anyway, the moral of this is everyone is fighting something and everyone is trying to grow. Well, some people are trying to grow and improve. And this is where your morning routine comes in so you can grow and improve your day. So now, the next thing that I want to read to you is something else that I found, but this is in a little section called Taking Your Life Head On. Taking Your Life Head On. So now, listen to this. If I could go from being found dead, told I would never walk again, going broke, and feeling so depressed that I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, to creating the life I've always wanted, and there are no legitimate excuses for you not to overcome any limitations that have held you back from achieving everything you want for your life? None. Zip. Nada. Now, the degree on which you accept responsibility for everything in your life is precisely the degree of personal power, and you have to change or create anything in your life. So think about that for a second. The first paragraph that I read was a little confusing. So when he said, if I could go from being found dead, told I would never walk again, going broke, and feeling so depressed that I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, to creating the life I've always wanted, then there are no legitimate excuses for you not to overcome any limitations that have held you back from achieving everything you want for your life. None. Zip. Nada. So honestly, there are no excuses for you to be able to change your life. Now I understand some people's adversity is a whole lot different than others, but for a human who just works a 9-to-5 job and has a couple hobbies, you can improve your life with just your mind, basically, just with whatever you want to do in life. You have the power to do. And like he said in the last part of the paragraph, when you accept responsibility for everything in your life, is precisely the degree of personal power you have to change or create anything in your life. And that is very true. Taking responsibility for everything that's happened in your life. Now sometimes things aren't your fault, but taking responsibility in the way you react to it, that is where your character and your self-improvement comes in. So the other thing that I have here, alright, so this is part of the morning routine that he has that kind of got to me a bit, so I'm going to read for a minute here, so I hope you stay with me. The first key to waking up is to remember this. Your first thought in the morning is usually the last thought you had before you went to bed. Set your intentions before bed. Have in your head, what am I going to do right when I wake up in the morning? And that has helped me tremendously. I get up, I wash my face, I read 10 pages in a book, I practice my fighting, and then I make breakfast. And if something gets interrupted or I have to do something in the morning before work, I just change the intention in my head. Now, the other thing he has. Move your alarm across the room. Motion creates energy, so when you get up and out of bed, it naturally helps you wake up. So also think about that. You probably heard that before, but when motion creates energy, that's what gets me up immediately in the morning is getting up out of my bed to go turn off my alarm. If you really think about it, it's quite simple. Now, let's look at another. But now, the other part to his morning routine that I love that he has is, now that was just to get up. Now, the real thing that he has, or that I have for you all, is this. So, he has something called the 6-minute miracle morning, where you have 6 minutes to do this thing. It only takes 6 minutes, and I believe it is, the first thing you do when you get up. So listen to this 6-minute part of your morning routine. Envision yourself waking up peacefully in the morning with a big yawn, a stretch, and a smile on your face. Instead of rushing carelessly into your hectic day, stressed and overwhelmed, you spend the first minute sitting quietly in purposeful silence. That's minute 1. Minute 2. You pull out your daily affirmations, the ones that remind you of your unlimited potential and your most important priorities, and you read them out loud from top to bottom. So pull out all your daily stuff, read them from top to bottom, and read them out loud. So it'll honestly just be having in your head, hey, you're going to have a day ahead of you. Minute 3. You close your eyes or you look at your vision board and you visualize. Your visualization, that was a big word, could include what it will look and feel like when you reach your goals. You visualize the day going perfectly. See yourself enjoying your work, smiling and laughing with your family or your significant other, and easily accomplishing all that you intend to accomplish for that day. So that's actually a really big thing. I mean, a job is a job. There are lots of people who don't like going to a job. If you envision yourself just doing your job, smiling and laughing and going home, that is going to help a lot. A lot. It's helped me a lot. Now, minute 4, you take 1 minute to write down some of the things that you're grateful for, what you're proud of, and the results you're committed to creating for that day. That does help too. Write down what you're grateful for. Remember, the beauty of an entrepreneur is you get to create value. The beauty of life is you create value in things. Minute 5, then you grab your self-help book and invest 1 miraculous minute reading a page or 2. You learn a new idea, something you can incorporate into your day, which will improve your results at work or in your relationships. You discover something new that you can use to think and feel better to live better. So yes, read a self-betterment book for a bit, and he says read 2 pages. I read 10, but read a few pages just to see if you learn something before you start your day. Minute 6, finally you stand up. You spend the last minute moving your body for 60 seconds. Maybe you run in place, maybe you do your minute of jumping jacks, maybe you do push-ups or sit-ups. The point is that you're getting your heart rate up, generating energy, and increasing your ability to be alert and focused. So think about what I just read there. You are spending a minute doing, you are spending 6 minutes doing a morning routine that you do sitting down right when you get up. So think about that for a second. You are spending 6 minutes doing something right before you get up. So think about that for a second. So overall, when you have this morning routine, you might think, well, I don't have time for a morning routine. Well, the 6-minute thing I just read you, now he has a whole book on stuff to read about what the morning is, how to wake up in the morning, and he said you do that physical activity just to be alert and focused for your day, and that's helped me with my morning routine. Now, my day starts at 6 in the morning now, but when I get up at around 4:15, I wash my face, I read. I have to do everything quickly, but doing everything quickly gets my heart rate up. It gets me focused, and not only that, sometimes I feel a little stressed out doing it because I want to be on time to my job, but the stress gives me energy and the sleeping a lot. Now some people don't have that ability to sleep a lot, but I've been sleeping about 8.5 hours a night. And that has helped tremendously. But other than that, this is The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. We had a bit of a rough start to this video, I will admit, but this is The Miracle Morning. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all take what I showed you in this video and put it in your day. And most of all, I hope you read this book. Thank you all for watching, and you all have a great day.